Hello everybody, how are you all doing? We are live. We are ready to rock and roll. How is everybody? How is everybody in the chat? We've got Gacha, Dragonmore, Cool Kid, Shateeth, Roxana, Wolf. Lots of people in the chat. So how are you all doing? I hope you are all well. So today we are literally going to be talking about all these brand new images which have come out. The new images from the Empire magazine. We're going to break it all down. I'm going to show you all the brand new images because we've got absolutely loads of images to go through today. So I hope you are all ready for it. Let me just make sure my chat is working. Lewis Dogson is in. How are you doing? Yin Hoko is in. Dean Bite is in. How are you doing? Idicus 18 is in. Aldef is in. Dreamy NFA is in. And Michael Rodriguez is also in. So hello everybody. And today, no doubt some of you have probably already seen, we have got some exclusive images released from that Empire magazine, and some of them are absolutely glorious. Absolutely glorious. No expense spared, as John Hammond would say. We've got some lovely images of the Giga, Allosaurus. I can't even name them all. We've got that many. I literally can't even name them all. So let's go through one by one, and then we'll go through plots, we'll go through theories. So we have got lots to go through, so I hope you're as excited as I am, because there are lots of things for us to take a look at. So, we all seen this lovely little screenshot here of Dr. Ellie Sattler. Now, it isn't the full screenshot, because what we do see is, obviously, we know that there's a Parasaurolophus by there and a Stegosaurus by there. But what it is very, very reminiscent of the original Jurassic Park in 1993, where she is with our original trike. Now, that's just an image I have for us to show right now, but not one of the actual images I want to talk about, which is, we've obviously got lovely Dr. Ian Malcolm there. He's a stunner. He's an absolute stunner there in some type of Jeep transport vehicle. Again, all these images are brand new and they're released today. So what I'm going to do is, obviously, I'm going to talk about them a fair bit. I will dip into the chat as much as I possibly can. So if there's something you desperately want to say to me, super chatty, don't keep spamming your question. I will eventually pick it up, so just periodically keep saying it. So let's have a quick look at the chat. So YTG, you're my biggest fan. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I really wanted to see Doctor Wu's full story in Camp Cretaceous and Dominion. Am I excited for Jurassic World Dominion? I am indeed, as you know. Will Rexy kill the Giganotosaurus? We will have to wait and see. Is there going to be a second trailer? Yeah, I think there will be a second trailer, definitely. But yes, we have Dr. Ian Malcolm there in his little Jeep or some type of all-terrain vehicle by the looks of things. It's got like a danger there on the side. It's very, very interesting. Right, let's move on to our next image now. We have got... Oh, Mr. Wu, the man who is behind all creation of the legendary hybrids and dinosaurs. Now, he's obviously got... one of them locusts we see in the trailer. So you see all the locusts in the trailer fly off the back, and you see a group of people, and then they run away from all these locusts. But this is one of these locusts, and it was confirmed today that they were actually manufactured by Biosen. So they are obviously a prehistoric locust, but what part will they actually play in the movie, do you guys think? What involvement are they going to actually have? Because there was loads of them. It was absolutely loads of them. So what do you guys say in the chat? Yo, Shadows, what do you think? Is there going to be a Camp Cretaceous Season 5? Absolutely, there will be. What else have we got? Which ones do you love more? Jurassic Park 1, 2, or 3, World, or Fallen Kingdom? Jurassic Park 1 is always my favourite. It's prehistoric cloned giant locust. It is right there. Biosen want to control the food chain. Very, very interesting. So how would they use the locust to do that then? How would they use the locust to control the food chain? Would they somehow have, like, I don't know, some type of nanobodies in them and somehow use that to control them? I don't really know. The Great Extermination Event, I assume, says Spencer. CJ, hey Shadows, you want Wu to finally meet his fate at the George of his creations or redemption arc? I would personally love to see Wu in some type of redemption. I'd like to see him, because he's not really bad, but he's not really good either. He's like that chaotic neutral, as they say, don't they? So he's like in the middle. In the books, he dies in the first one, so he's dead in the first book. But I don't think he's gonna die. I think he'll get injured somehow. But I'd love to see Wu kind of like turn fully good. That's what I would like to see. Do you think Biosyn Valley will be on an island or somewhere in California redwoods? Interesting question. I think it's going to be on an island because it has to be contained, because it has to be a sanctuary as such, because obviously they say Biosyn Sanctuary. So I think it is going to be contained, possibly on an island, although the island setting has been used over and over and over again so many times. So yeah, I think it'd have to be on an island to make sense of. But good question. Yo, Shadows, do you think Rexy is the most OG animal in Jurassic Park? She's definitely got plot armor. Do you think the original Jurassic Park cast will learn about the sabotage? Yeah, 100%. Isla Sorna? Ooh, I'd love to see Isla Sorna. Shadows, what do you think about Jurassic World Dominion? Love it. They will devour all crops and not eat foods that Biosyn have made. Oh, very interesting, Lewis Dogson. That makes complete sense. I love it. Love it. Do you think that the Spinosaurus will return? I would love the Spinosaurus to return in some shape or form. But will it return? I think we've got an image here, which will the Spinosaurus return in Jurassic World Dominion? It's a tough one to say. I'd love it to return, and there's window for it to return. But whether or not it is going to return is another question. I really want it to. Will it? We will have to see. There we are. Sellertay's in the chat. Make sure you say hi to Sellertay, everybody. Sellertay is in the chat, so give her a big wave. Give her a hi. Make sure you give her a hi. Do you think Dogson will mention sending Nedry to sabotage Jurassic Park? Ooh, that's a good one. I think if Nedry, if Lewis Dogson has any brains in the movie, I don't think he would mention that he basically sent a man to his death. So I don't think we will see or hear him mention anything in regards to Dennis Nedry. Jurassic Loke is saying hi to Sellertay. Good. Dr. Wu looks like he is going to have redemption scene. Yeah, I think he will. I think our old Dr. Wu will have a redemption scene. And let's get back onto where we was, which is there. I'm loving his look. I'm loving his old rugged look there. He's got his hair going. He's got this locust there. He's obviously pinned it down with so he can spread out the wings or whatever it is. He's got like some type of swabs going on. And he's definitely looking into what is going on with these locusts. Right, let me just refresh my chat. Make sure everything is all super refreshed, because it does go slow on occasion. So I'm just going to make sure that we have it super refreshed. Don't forget, guys, if you've just joined the stream, we're talking about the brand new images released today from the Empire magazine with everything in between. We've got lots to discuss. Don't forget to give the video a like if you haven't already. And make sure you subscribe and come and say hi. Come and say hi in the chat. Yeah, Dr. Wu looks handsome. Dr. Wu looks handsome. Yeah, he does. Who's going to be the main antagonist in Dominion? Ooh, the Giga. The Giga is going to be our main antagonist, which we see in this image here. Look at the size of them teeth. You can see Dr. Ellie Sattler's head right there. Look at the size of that one tooth. It's the size of her head. It's like this size is absolutely massive. It's huge. Absolutely huge, that tooth. Look at it. That could literally... That is the size of her head. It's huge. And again, this scene is obviously very reminiscent of Jurassic Park 1, where Timmy and Lex are in the Jurassic Park Explorer Jeep, and it's turned upside down. And again, this is basically same angle as well, where you see the Rex come in, and Timmy and Lex, where Timmy's in there going, "Ah, save me!" Ah. So we know it's basically a very, very similar scene there. But by God, look at it. Absolutely huge. Look at the size of the nostril. It's like this. It is massive. Absolutely huge. Giga, says Luke. Zane, this look like bug robot. The one earlier did, yeah, the one earlier. Let me rephrase that. Who's going to be the main human villain in Dominion, says Idicus. Ooh, Lewis Dogson. Or some type of unknown assailant we are yet to see. But obviously we know Lewis Dogson was one of the main human villains in the original Jurassic Park. He's the one who set basically everything up for Jurassic Park to fail. So we know that. Roxana Wolf, you keep saying I'm new here. I know you're new. You've told me about 50 times. What do you think that the dino is on the screen? The Giganotosaurus. Absolutely. The Giganotosaurus. We know that. Right, let's move on to our next image, which is here. Now, is that an Apatosaurus or is that the Dreadnoughtosaurus? So, it's a Dreadnoughtus, isn't it? It's got to be, hasn't it? Will we see Bumpy in Camp Cretaceous Season 5? I think we will. I've done a video on it. I do think we will see Bumpy because they showed her a little bit of a cameo in Season 4. So I think we'll see her in Season 5. The human villain is from that Owen and Beta toy. Yeah, Rain Delacourt or Delacourt or something. Yeah, he's the poacher. I've got a picture of him. We'll talk about him later. Yo, Shadows, do you think that the Rexy is the most OG animal in the franchise? Yeah, she got lots of plot armor. Do you think Dr. Wu is going to be one of the main villains or a good person? Both. I think, obviously, he's portrayed as a villain because he's made all these dinosaurs, these hybrids, and everything in between. But really, he's just doing what he does. He creates. So I don't think he's a villain, and I hope we see him, like, come good in the end and realise that his creations are now being mistreated, misused. And I think I really want to see Dr. Wu realise that in the movie, and he'll be like, and he'll realise that obviously he feels bad, and I think he'll have a good arc, I hope. Dreadnoughtus is part of the Biosyn species list confirmed in Empire, which we have, I believe. We're skipping through. There she is. This is the confirmed species list so far. Obviously, we can't make out the writing, but you can see the silhouettes quite easily. And what is interesting about this is there is obviously no Velociraptor, there is no Mosasaurus, and there's no Atrociraptor on this, with a couple of other species in there as well. The Ceratosaurus is there, is it? We also don't see the Ceratosaurus in here either, so that's quite interesting. Shadows, this is a bit sassy, what I've got here. Oh, the Among Us. Which is your favourite dinosaur in the Jurassic World movies? That is a really tough one. I obviously love Rexy, I love the Velociraptors, and I love the Dilophosaurus and the Stegosaurus. They're probably my favourite in the movies. But I also like the Giganotosaurus outside of the movies, especially like in stuff like the Isle, because the colour palettes are lovely. And I've got Sellertay to my right here. What's Sellertay's favourite dinosaur? Dilophosaurus is Sellertay's favourite dinosaur. She sat right there to the right of me. She's busy editing away, tapping away on the keyboard there, so she is right next to me. Chat is going quite fast, guys, so if I do miss your question, I do apologise. Remember, if it's super, super important, you can always super chat it because it will pop up on screen, and do like a really token donation just so I see it. It is a Carno. Yeah, there's a Carno there, isn't there? So we got Carno, Baryonyx, the Allosaurus. What is that? What is that? Carcharodontosaurus or something? The T-Rex. But yeah, I think that we definitely don't see a Ceratosaurus on this list, do we? So that's really interesting. What else have we got? So Dilo is Sellertay's favourite, she says, but there. Jurassic World and Kaiju. Hi, Shadows, please shout out. Well, hello, welcome. Do you think Darius and the campers meet Owen in Dominion? Oh, that would be pretty cool to see like that intertwining story, but will they meet? Probably not. I think they'll have their own contained stories. Idicus says, my favourite from the movies would be Rexy and Blue. They're the favourite characters, aren't they? Do you think they'll do anything with the Endoraptor remains? I think that's done now. I think we know the story of the Endoraptor. We know what they've done with it. So it's highly unlikely that we'll see anything with them now. Maybe as a flashback. But what I want to also talk about is obviously parts of the story arc now. We're obviously showing that Biosyn here obviously says that they want to bring all the dinosaurs back to their sanctuary, back to their island, and look after them. And I think we obviously know from the Empire magazine today that they've got their own little syndicates around the globe. And a lot of people probably think that they're helping the dinosaurs, such as the Department of Wildlife. The Department of Fish and Wildlife Service. So they're probably going out, capturing these dinosaurs, bringing them to Biosyn, with Biosyn then are probably experimenting on them, using this type of stuff here to somehow manufacture their own goals and make money, such as this. Now, in the Empire magazine, it did say that Manticorp from Camp Cretaceous has played a part in setting up these illegal dinosaur fighting rings, because obviously we know in Camp Cretaceous Season 4 that they are starting to do fights and get them to face off against each other. But we now know that Manticorp play a part in setting up these illegal dinosaur rings after their collapse in 2016, I believe it was. So we do know that Manticorp officially collapses, and I guarantee you they'll filter into Biocen. So Biocen probably owns the remaining parts of Manticorp. Let me dip into the chat to see what you guys have to say. Hey Shadows, love your vids, they are fab. In the Giga versus Rexy, who do you think will win? You've got to remember that the Giga and Rexy, so Rexy is extremely old right now. She's obviously very battle worn as well. And if she were to face off against any healthy dinosaur, it's going to be a tough call. It's going to be a tough call. Do you think we will see Giga going on a murdering campaign like the Indominus Rex in Jurassic World? I don't think we're going to see that level of carnage, because the Indominus Rex was very much out there attacking everything, and it was complete carnage. I think we'll see the Giga potentially go to attack obviously the humans and all that type of stuff. Who is your favourite hybrid dinosaur? Indominus, probably. I absolutely love Indominus. What is my favourite Jurassic Park movie? The original Jurassic Park. Do you think any main dinosaurs will die in the movie, like the Carnosaurus or Allosaurus? I think we're going to see some deaths, and I think it's very sad that obviously we can clearly see the mistreatment of these animals as well, because obviously you've got the Allosaurus here, which looks very juvenile. I do apologise, for some reason my next door neighbour is drilling in the wall there.
Trying to.
Sounds like it. And the baryonyx there, obviously, again, like I just said, is very sad, because we can see that it's got a mechanical limb right there. And it is the baryonyx we see from the toy line, which is this baryonyx. And it's sad to see that obviously they've been making them fight off against each other and really injure themselves, and they've had to replace one of their limbs with a mechanical limb. It's very, very sad. Do you think the Giga will be the main dino in Dominion? Like the Giga will get lots of screen time? Yeah, we already know from Colin Trevorrow that the Giga is obviously a big factor and a big villain in this movie, because we see it here and we see it face off against Rexy. We know it's going to be an absolutely massive force to be reckoned with. He even compares it to the Joker character, where it just wants to see absolutely everything burn, and it's just got a hunger to destroy things. So we're probably going to see an awful lot. Let's have a look what else we got. Shadows, do you think Manticorp and Biocen might have a company rivalry? I don't think so. According to Empire magazine, Manticorp subsides into it collapses his company in 2016, and then that's where I think it probably joins Biocen. What if this Malta black market will appear in Camp Cretaceous Season 5, and this was originally created by Manta? It is possible, yeah, that all the dinosaurs, obviously, which Manticorp had owned, could then be sold to Biocen, because it says in the Empire magazine today that Manticorp officially closes its doors and business in 2016, I believe it is. So where would their dinosaurs go? Because we obviously know in 2015, 2016, they have all these dinosaurs on the Manticorp Island. So where are all these dinosaurs going to go? They could open a black market and sell them off completely, and it kind of shows why there's so many dinosaurs out in the open for the events of Fallen Kingdom in 2018, which would make complete sense, because then they are selling all these dinosaurs out into the big bad world. Who is your favourite character? It's a tough one. I do like Dr. Ian Malcolm, and I also like Owen as well. Hello everyone, says Brendan Clark. How are you doing, Brendan Clark? Welcome to the stream. So yeah, and we've obviously got Alan Grant there looking absolutely like Indiana Jones. He does look like Indiana Jones there. You could quite easily play Indiana Jones in this screenshot if you ask me. Very, very easy. No problems at all for him. Let's move on to the next one. Oh, here we got a lovely shot of Owen there and the Pyroraptor. And a lot of people have been like, oh, I don't like the Pyroraptor design. I do like the Pyroraptor design. I don't like his eyes. I do like his eyes. It's very, very strange because a lot of people are now saying they love the look of the Pyroraptor here, but then hated a previous screenshot, which basically looked the same in my eyes. Do I like the Pyroraptor? I love the colorations of the Pyroraptor. You can see the feathers on his head there. It definitely looks quite mean in regards to ways. That bloody noise there. You have to bear with me a sec, guys. Yeah, the eye placement there with this rigid look above the eyes where it looks very, very mean, very, very menacing. And you kind of get a sense of the coloration as well. What do you guys think? Do you like the Pyroraptor? Do you not like the Pyroraptor? Do you like the design? Do you not like the design? Let me know in the chat today because I'd be interested to see if you guys like the Pyroraptor or do not like the Pyroraptor. So Pluto's Playtime says, if we see the Spinosaurus in Dominion, what role do you think it would play? And will we see it fight anything? I think if we do see the Spinosaurus, they've kept it massively under wraps for a long, long time with no spoilers. And if we do see it, I think it will play a part, but not a massive part, not a massive role. What is my favourite Camp Cretaceous character, Aldin? Kenji. I really like Kenji, so yeah, Kenji's probably my favourite. Luke Stamp says it looks amazing. What was the worst Jurassic Park death for me? Dennis Nedry, gutted, he died. And Robert Muldoon, I was gutted that he died as well. Chad Pyroraptor, there he is, the Chad. Chad Pyroraptor. Will there be a new hybrid? I think there will be a new hybrid because in every Jurassic World franchise, there's a hybrid. Unfortunately, no. Dominion will not feature any hybrids. Colin Trevorrow confirmed that there will be no hybrids in Jurassic World Dominion. Although technically, nearly all of them are hybrids. But hybrids in our sense in regards to like mixed dinosaurs. In the novels, Nedry was just as gutted as you, Shadows. Hey! That was very good, very smart. You've read the novels. Very good there. That was very clever. There's a theory that Kayla Watts is the same person that's driving the plane in Camp Cretaceous Season 4. And before Dominion, she worked for Manticorp. Yeah, I've seen that theory. It's a tough one because obviously obviously you can change the cast up, etc. You can change colours of skin, you know, ethnicity, etc. But it would kind of have a little bit of a bump. But I could definitely see her backstory links into Camp Cretaceous, definitely. I was more surprised that this fella wasn't Brandon Bowman from Camp Cretaceous. I was very surprised he wasn't in Camp Cretaceous Season 4. Yeah, which that kind of surprised me. But yeah, she could have ties to Camp Cretaceous. But don't think I'm going to actually see it. I was more surprised he didn't, and he's come out as a Biocen employee. Colin Trevorrow said, no, yeah, we know. Do you think the Spinosaurus will be in the movie? Love it to be in the movie, but we will see. Do you think Jurassic World 3 is like Jurassic Park 4, but spicy? No, Jurassic Park 4 was very much going to be like human hybrids, weren't they? Like battle hybrids with like flipping mechanical arms and half reptiles and all weird stuff. So I don't think it's going to be like that. Good juice. Stay hydrated. Shadows, do you think that the Atrociraptors are controlled like the baby Brachiosaurus? Absolutely. I've seen a... 1 second, just checking what my dog's doing. Sheba! Get out of there! In your bed. Sorry, I was just checking my dog because she was going in the bins and stuff. Gotta stop that. Do you reckon Dominion will end up being the most successful movie in the franchise? Ooh, more successful than the original Jurassic Park? probably not. Will it be more successful than Jurassic World? Don't know. Jurassic World, again, was a massive reboot of this franchise. That noise is really annoying. Do you think the Forgotten Dinosaur hybrid like Jurassic Park CE or Jurassic Park 4? I don't think we're going to see any more hybrids. I think that's confirmed. Ramsey Cole, from what I know, playing Biosyn lead programmist, much like Nedry was in Jurassic Park. Oh, wow. So he's going to be a very Nedry type of person. Okay, that's really pretty cool. I didn't know that. There he is again. Look, getting off the plane. Or some type of chopper. Oh, there's some type of plane chopper, is it? Because it's got like a circular jet there. So yeah, it very much looks like he's getting off a plane / chopper. And obviously we already got that image. And I think we are done for the images for today. We've covered most of the brand new images, which is fantastic. Let's read some of the chat now, and then we'll get back into more theories, back into some other bits and pieces. Hello humans, I am the Spinosaurus. I'm hoping to make an appearance in Dominion and take down a few dinos. I'm looking for some humans to eat. I'm hoping to see you in Dominion. And that was the legendary Spinosaurus in the chat. Make sure you give the legendary Spinosaurus a wave, because he is in the chat. Most likely the locust is a Mega Nernia. Oh yeah, like an arc. They're like a dragonfly thing. A dragonfly size of the hawk from before Time of the Dinosaurs. Yeah, that's right. Do you think PS the Kentrosaurus will appear in Dominion? No, I don't think he's had a big enough role to be like, that is definitely PS. Like, obviously Toro, I think people obviously know Toro, and I think obviously people will know Bumpy. So there's a good chance that they'll reference them. They're probably not going to call them that by name, because obviously they're not going to know the name of Bumpy or Toro. But there's a good chance they'll show up. Shadows, I think Beta will be injured. Well, I think we done a theory video on Beta, and obviously we know she's going to be captured because there's porches. I'm just going to give it 1 second, guys, because that drilling is really, really annoying. It's actually off-putting. I don't know whether you guys can hear that. Can you hear that? Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Is it that loud, is it?
Luckily, when you talk, you're much louder than it.
Yeah, but it is in the background, is it? Oh, that's amazing then, isn't it? Absolutely amazing. But yeah, we have Baby Beta there. We have the Velociraptor Blue there. And we've seen a scene, obviously, in the trailer where you see a massive net come up and it captures hold of what looks like Baby Beta, because she's obviously eating a fox. So we do know that they're obviously going to capture Baby Beta. And you see the Range Rover or Jeep of one of the guys pulling up to capture him. Shadows, I can see Freddy Frisbee and Sussy Among Us in the background. Oh, I don't know about that. I think Beta will be injured. I don't know if Beta will be injured as such. It sounds like flatulence. Yeah, it does. It does. It's Sellertay next to me. She's had too many beans. She's had too many beans. Shadows, how do you want the arcs of Claire and Ian to go, especially considering they have opposing views on dinosaurs? Oh, that's a really good question, CJ. Ian and Claire obviously have I think we're going to see them clash in the actual movie. I think we're going to see them properly clash. And you'll obviously have Ian, you'll have Claire. All I can use is just that. I might have to call the stream, guys, because it's so difficult to concentrate with that going on in the background. My neighbour has all of a sudden just decided he's going to start drilling the wall when I'm in the middle of a stream, which is really, really tough. So, oh! And it's taking ages. I don't know what he's doing. I'm watching you, Shadows. I hope you want to see me return in Dominion, or I'll chase you. Yeah, I want, yeah, I'd love to see you return. I think I've got a picture of you somewhere, Mr. Spinosaurus. I think you are right there. And, yeah, we definitely want you to return. What do you guys think? Do you want the Spinosaurus to return in Dominion, or do you not want the Spinosaurus to return in Dominion? Let me know in the chat right now. Do you want the Spinosaurus to return? Yes or no? All I want to see in the chat is yes or no. Do you want the Spinosaurus to return? Yes or no? Show me in the chat now. I want to see how many people wanted to return. Yes or no? Yes or no? Let's see. Oh, it's looking like it's an overwhelming... Yeah, that's a lot of yeses. It's looking like a lot of yeses right there. In fact, I haven't seen a single no. So, yeah, that's a lot of yeses right there. Yeah, it's me, so yes. Giga Super Chad Spinosaurus. That's a lot of yeses. Wow, yeah. Wow. So, I can see then that you guys definitely want the Spinosaurus to return, which is great. Shadows, do you think they're going to continue the franchise after Dominion? There's obviously no official statement to say... Well, they've said that they'd like to continue the universe, so whether it's in the shape of new TV shows... a new trilogy or universe in time, such as, like, obviously you had Jurassic Park, then you had Jurassic World. You could even have the next trilogy called Jurassic Universe, which would be mental, because it would make sense then. It's Jurassic Universe. Yeah, so you could quite easily continue it into live action, into shows, but I don't think we're going to see a movie for a long time. We could see some live shows, which I think would be really, really cool, especially if Netflix get involved. You could definitely have lots of storytelling in the universe, so I think that would be really, really cool to see, such as continue with these dinosaurs, their stories on Sanctuary Island or whatever it might be. Shadows, I can't wait to see Alan Grant and Owen Grady. It's a good metaphor to the astronomer and the astronaut, don't you think? Yeah, it is actually, I totally agree. I hope to see Jurassic Park National Reserve series with Nigel Marven. Oh, that would be brilliant. That would be absolutely brilliant. Jurassic Galaxy, then Jurassic Universe. Yeah, that's a good one. Jurassic Galaxy. Dinosaurs in space. Dinosaurs just floating around space, and they're just fighting in space suits. Shadows, picture Jurassic World show to us on the spot. Okay, we already know Hammond's a thing, so I can't use that. What about we see the events after the fall of Jurassic World building up to Fallen Kingdom. So the events of Jurassic World going into Fallen Kingdom. So you see like the Mosasaurus escape, how they start to get dinosaurs into the Lockwood Manor. You could fill that timeline massively from 2015 to 2018 with so much content, how they got hold of all these dinosaurs, where they poached them from. You could have so much content in just that part alone. All the events from Jurassic Park 3, so obviously the Spinosaurus, to Jurassic World, which is 2003 to 2015. What happens between that timeline? What happens to the dinosaurs? So the construction of Jurassic World, you could have that. So that's what I would pitch. Maybe a prequel series that follows on from the evolution of Clay. Shadows, you look like Rain Delacourt now. I am Rain. I'm going to go poaching. I'm going to go poaching dinosaurs. Stay hydrated. If I make a return that I want hunt down the lovely Gigantosaurus, says Spinosaurus. Can I have a shout out, please, says Harley, in the DPG 10,000. Yes, you can. There we are. Welcome to the stream. Do you think the Scorpius Rex, the Chad, will appear in Camp Cretaceous Season 5? Probably not. I think he's done and dusted now. I think Ian Malcolm will have a big role, someone says. Yeah, I think so. So if we look at some other pictures I've got. We obviously know for a fact that they somehow end up in Biosen's Valley, the Biosen Sanctuary, because they've come face to face with the Giganotosaurus. So we do know that Clay, Owen, obviously all the gang, Ian Malcolm, everyone is there with this Giganotosaurus. So it's all going to come to a head at some point. They're all going to come together on Biosen's Sanctuary, Biosen's Island, and I think that's where they're going to uncover all this illegal fighting. So they'll uncover all these fighting rings here. They may even see Dr. Wu, wherever he is. They may even see him in a lab. Maybe he's even working against his will. Maybe they somehow acquired Dr. Wu and have said, look, you make more dinosaurs for us, or you will be exposed. as whatever you might be. They could have even captured him, like I said, forcing him to work against his own will. Although this is Doctor Who, he probably just wants to create as much as possible. So knowing Doctor Who, he is probably just doing whatever he's doing because he loves creating, innovating. And we also know that obviously all the little guises, all the little wildlife preserves, etc., all around the world are now saying, obviously they obviously capturing the dinosaurs themselves to take to Biocen. And Biocen is saying, yeah, we will look after them. We will make sure they're all looked after and not hurt and all this. But the reality of the situation is they are definitely experimenting on them. They are definitely creating money from these dinosaurs. And like Lewis Dodgson says there, from what I know, they want Beta's DNA into the locust so they can spread without a mate. In this scene, I assume Doctor Who is doing that. So they want Beta's DNA so they can create this, so then they can self-reproduce, asexually reproduce, because then apparently these will eat all the crops, and then the only crops they won't eat are Biocen's crops, which will make Biocen extremely powerful in the global market. And the Spinosaurus has got to leave. Well, thanks for coming, Spinosaurus. We'll see you very soon. You're Joe, but I need to be different from the Indominus fight. Please reply. I have to go to sleep. What did you say, Scorpius Rex? The chat moves very fast, so I can't really see what you've said because I'll have to scroll all the way up. Zin Paul, I want to Jurassic Lost. I don't know what that means. Hey, can you make another evolution? I haven't made an evolution in a while. I'm probably going to... I'm not going to continue making evolutions for a bit now because I'm just going to keep down with my theories, go back to my roots, keep doing all my theory videos because people really enjoy the theories. People really enjoy the evolutions. But at the same time, I'm going to make sure I keep on doing my theory videos, discussion videos. But I'm glad you really enjoy the evolution videos because there are plenty of them on the channel. He's going back to sauna. Yeah, the Spinosaurus. I think he's in Biocen Valley. He could be captured. He could be in the Biocen Valley. We don't know. Spencer says, I would hope to see you series with David Attenborough as Richard Hammond and running Jurassic National Park in memory of his brother, John Hammond. I think it would be lovely if David Attenborough did do something with Jurassic World, sorry. That would be a lovely touch to obviously his brother, Richard, in the first film. I think that would be absolutely lovely. And I think it'd be a great touch of sentimental value if he did go in and he did have some type of role. Do you play Jurassic World Alive? I do. Do you think the Spino shall waddle through the gates of Britain? Maybe. Hello, we love you, Shadows. Oh, thank you very much. I'm glad you like the videos. I'm glad you do. I hope we see King Spino. It's raining over there. I don't know where it's raining, but it's always raining in the UK, I can tell you that. But yeah, I think we've covered all of these photos, which I wanted to cover. Obviously, I think it's really sad that we've got our little Baryonyx here with his prosthetic arm. And we know that from the illegal fighting rings. And I think that's really sad. It's lost its arm. It's chained up. Look, you can see the chains. It's chained up in this illegal fighting ring. It's lost its arm. They've put a fake metal arm on it. And it's being made to fight each other. I think it's really sad. And I think this is what we're going to see a lot of in the movie. I think we're going to see so much of this. I think we're going to see the mistreatment of Rexy. I think we're going to see so much mistreatment of all these animals in general. And it's quite sad and quite upsetting, really, to see this. But it is what was going to happen if dinosaurs were to come back in the real world. Someone would exploit them. And then people like Malcolm would get extremely angry. And me, I would get extremely angry. Is it confirmed that we will see the Spino? No, it is not confirmed, but it is a good theory. Would you like to see Sarah, the Kirbys, or Nick Van Owen return? Sarah Harding! Sarah Harding! How many Sarahs are on this island? Sarah Harding! Would I rather see Sarah Harding Kirby or Nick Van Owen? The Kirbys, because they were quite funny. The Kirbys were quite funny, weren't they? I could see them in there. And they could have some comical value. I gotta be honest. Are they going to team up? I don't even see Paul Baryonic's robotic arm. I didn't even see it. Oh, let me show you. Let me show you the Paul robotics arm. You can see here in this exclusive image that he's got a robotic arm right there. And they're still making him fight. He's chained up. You can see his robotic arm. And we know it's robotic because there's a toy line of him right there, look. So we've got the toy with his robotic arm. And it's really sad, that, isn't it? Really, really sad. Do you think Beta will be forced to fight? Probably not. I don't think you're going to see baby Beta fight. That's not what they want to capture it for. They want to capture it for DNA so they can put it into them locusts. Bennett, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Luke Snap, Beta is going to have to groan to fight. Yeah, absolutely. Allah vs. Barry is a decent matchup. Yeah, I think it's a decent matchup. But it becomes like all the more real and sad when you see them tied together and made to fight like that. You know, if you see them fighting in the wild, it wouldn't be so bad. Like if you seen them in the forest or whatever and they naturally come across each other in for whatever reason. 1 second, I'm just going to remove that guy because he's very annoying. And yeah, if you've seen him out in the wild and they were, for whatever reason, they fought each other naturally, I'd be okay with that. But because they're tied up in a ring, forced to fight, then no, it doesn't sit right with me. That's not natural, is it? You're forcing them to fight each other. But where if it was out in the real world, then yeah, I'd be okay with that. What else do we have? What do you guys think about the Giga? Do you think the Giga is going to beat Rexy? Do you think the Giga is going to beat the Spinal? Do you think the Giga is going to come face to face with the fairy Xenosaurus? What do you think the Giga is actually going to do? Do you think it's going to fight the Rexy and win? Do you think it's going to fight the Rexy and lose? What do you think? If the Giga came up against the Rexy right now, no one else was going to get involved. They meet each other in the forest. Giga, Rexy, they meet each other in the forest and they're going to clash. Who would win? Do you think the Giga would win? Yes or no? I want you in the chat to say, would the Giga beat the T-Rex, so Rexy, yes or no? Would the Giga beat the Rex, yes or no? Put it in the chat now, yes or no? Would the Giga beat the T-Rex, yes or no? I want to see what you guys have to say. This is a big question. This is a big question. Spencer says no. Gacha says Rexy will win. I would like the Giga to win, says Yin. Or lots of people are saying, oh, it's mixed. Luke is saying yes. Yin is saying yes. Spencer's saying no. Gacha is saying no. Sellertay says Giga would beat the Rex if it is Rexy. Yeah, it's a tough one. 100% no, says Gacha. Theory will come in. Ooh. So Liquid says yes. So that is a very, very mixed bag right there. That is a very mixed bag. Yes and no. No, Rexy has experience fighting theropods. Poor Rexy, says Luke. I think my 2 pence worth on this is if the Giga were to, like Sellertay said, if the Giga were to fight Rexy, actual Rexy from the original movies and Jurassic World, the Giga would win. Because Rexy is so old now and she's so battle-worn, she must come with so many injuries and scars. I think the Giga would beat Rexy. Sorry to say it, I think the Giga would beat Rexy. Sellertay says, I personally don't think they would kill her off, but Rexy is super old compared to the Giga. She struggled fighting Indominus. She did. Now, you've got to remember Indominus is a super hybrid, but the Giga is even bigger. The Giga's massive in this. And we know the Indominus had Giga DNA in it as well. So now we've got the original Giga Nordosaurus. Ooh, I don't think she would last. I don't think she would last, personally. My theory is that the Giga is going to eat someone in the gang, like Ellie or Claire. I don't think we're going to lose any of the main cast. I think the main cast are here to stay. I think we'll lose some maybe side characters. I don't think we're going to lose any of the big 6 or 7, is it? Yeah, I don't think we're going to lose any of the big 6 or 7. I think all Claire, Owen, you know, everyone else, I'm forgetting their names, Grant, Ellie, Malcolm, etc. I don't think you're going to lose any of them at all. I think they're there to stay. I think obviously you're going to see some deaths, obviously, but characters we don't know of. Is Camp Cretaceous and Dominion linked? They are. We know they're definitely linked, and we're definitely going to see these links appear more prominent in Camp Cretaceous Season 5. Definitely going to see them links. It's going to be huge, if you ask me. But yeah, I'm very, very interested to see your thoughts in the story in Dominion. Are you going to see Dominion as soon as it comes out? I personally can't wait for tickets to get on sale because I want to get there as soon as possible. I want to get my ticket as soon as possible. Me and Sellertay will be going to see it on day 1, so then I can come back and make as many videos as I possibly can. What about you guys? Are you going to go see it on day 1? Are you going to wait for the crowds to subside a little bit? What are you guys going to do? Oh, it's good juice. There's good juice, man. There's some good juice. I want to see Jurassic Lost, says Zane. I don't know what that is. Do you think Spinosaurus will come in the last 3 minutes, 3 versus 1 battle? I think what I've heard is the Giga fights Rexy, and the Therizinosaurus comes into play. Now, I won't spoil it, but yeah, that's apparently what I've heard. Do I remember you? Of course I remember you, Itchy. Of course I remember you. I never forget any members of my community who are super engaging, such as yourself, so thanks for being with us. Your Joe Mama. I see the Giga and Rexy ending up face to face like the Giga almost eats someone. We'll see. I'm going to get my ticket as soon as possible, says Spinosaurus. Yeah, same here. I'm going to keep my fingers crossed and get it day 1. Well, as soon as they release tickets in my country, which is the UK, I'm going to book it straight off. VIP tickets straight off. VIP straight off. That's what I'm going to do. I think Rick Astley will rickroll the Giga, and that's the end of the movie. I don't know about that. I'm getting it opening day for shows to someone. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Let's see what other things we have got. Some other screenshots, such as, have you seen this screenshot here from some of the magnets? Look at that. Look at that shot of Rexy. She's absolutely gorgeous there, isn't she? She is absolutely lovely. And again, that looks like the Jurassic Park 1 original scene where obviously she breaks out of her paddock. She's just going past the cars. Boom, hits the car. And you have the sparks fly in and she roars when she comes out. What an image that is. It's an absolutely gorgeous image that is. You know, some great work has gone into that. Absolutely love that image. Yeah, but we've got lots of things. Oh, here's a funny one. There's a picture of me. It's a picture of me. Yeah, it's a picture of me. I attended a Comic-Con over the weekend and I did a YouTube talk. So that was very, very fun. Look how big the stage is. Look how big my thing is in the wall there. Woo! That's a screen. Look at that. Look at me. Woo! YouTube logo. Woo! Yeah. Okay. We don't want to see any more of that. Let's get some images back on screen now before. Oh, there's Clay. Yeah. Let's get some images back on screen now. But yes, there we go. There we go. We're back to the original image. So you're a Buccaneers fan, but you live in the UK. That is correct. I've been a Buccaneers fan for many, many a year. Dang, that looks good. So people complain about this movie like Fallen Kingdom. I'm hoping that this is going to be an absolute belter of a movie. Izzy GM, ooh, you're looking good there. Yeah. Shadows in Dominion, says Brendan. Yeah, I'm going to be in Dominion. I've been keeping it under wraps for such a long time, but I can't I'm on a non-disclosure agreement to keep my participation in the movie under wraps. I can't tell you. I've let it slip. Too late. You now know I'm in Jurassic World Dominion, guys, as a side character. I get eaten alive. Rip my arm off. Rip my other arm off. But no. We're getting sidetracked here. We're supposed to be talking about Jurassic World Dominion. We're supposed to be talking about Dominion. You're getting me sidetracked. Is Bessie the cow going to appear? Absolutely, that's a brilliant one. The OG cow. Right, now I'm going to ask this question, right, because I haven't asked this question. Roxana Wolf has got to go. Cheers for joining us. Really appreciate it. See you, Roxana Wolf. I'm going to ask you this question, guys. The Pyroraptor. Do you like the Pyroraptor's design? Yes or no? Do you, I'm talking to you. Do you like the Pyroraptor's design? Tell me in the chat now, yes or no. I really want to scan the chat and see how everyone feels about the Pyroraptor. Do you like the Pyroraptor's design? Yes or no? Come on. Right, we got one no. We got one yes. We got two no's. We got two yeses. Izzy says it looks badass. Maria says it looks no. Liam says it's ugly looking. Maria says no. Itchy loves the Pyroraptor. But yeah, kinda, someone says. Maria still says no. Yes, but it looks kinda creepy, says Jose. Not really into raptors in general, says Yin, so no. It's a very good design, says Jackson. It don't look that good, says Jomama. CJ says yes, but I would have been interested in the design like Pod from Dinosaur Planet. Ooh, interesting. Interesting. Dilophosaurus is much better, says Luke. Oh, okay. So that's a very mixed bag there. Some people were saying yes. Some people were saying no. Very, very interesting. That's very, very interesting. Do you know what? I'm kind of with you guys. It's like, I do and I don't at the same time, because some parts of it look absolutely awesome. Like in the trailer, you see the Pyroraptor, and it looks absolutely awesome when it puts its foot down on the ice and then it runs at them and its jaws are open. It looks awesome. But in other images, like the animatronic parts, I'm like, don't know if I'm feeling that. Sometimes I think I can make that better myself. But but we will see. What about you, Sellertay?
I like it.
Pyroraptor is so cute, says Sellertay. Feathered babies.
I like seeing the feathers and the colours on it. It's got really nice colours. I don't see anything really wrong with it.
Look into my eye. Look into my eye. Pupils. Round pupils would be better. Look into my eyeball. Look into my eyeball. I see you now. Yes, yes. Yeah, mixed bag for me. And what is this guy gonna do in Jurassic World Dominion? What part is he gonna play right there? What is he doing? We obviously know he is not linked to Camp Cretaceous in any shape or form. A few content creators made a theory on that, about whether if he was linked to Camp Cretaceous or not. I was thinking about it, but then I thought, don't know, that's too much of a major role and too much of a major linkage. I thought, don't know. So yeah, JG the artist is like, Brandon, it's Brandon Bowman right there. It's Darius's brother. Or Sellertay would go, hey, baby, he's Kayla's brother. I'm calling Calorus is appearing in Dominion. Possibly, yeah. Do you think the Dimetrodon will look like it did in The Walking Dinosaurs? Maybe. He looks kind of villainous. Dogson's second in command, perhaps. No, I've heard he's like, Lewis Dogson was in the chat earlier and he said he's very much going to be like Dennis Nedry was in the original one. But Dennis Nedry was evil. So is he going to be evil? But he's like Lewis. He's like Dennis Nedry was. He was a programmer, and he's going to do all the programming stuff for Biosyn. But then, does that mean he's evil? Evil, Brandon Bowman. Evil. Ellie Sattler. You come in, Dr. Grant. Boop, boop. It's like the original Jurassic Park 1 scene when it opens in the Badlands with Ellie Sattler and Dr. Grant, and they're back where they originally started in 1993, which is lovely. I think that's absolutely lovely. I think what a great scene that's going to be. And we are literally at, I've shown you nearly every single image today from the Empire magazine. So you've seen all the images released from the Empire magazine today. You have got, let's recap quickly for anyone who didn't see every single image. We will recap all the images in today's magazine. So we have first image. Look who it is. Dr. Ian Malcolm. Dr. Ian Malcolm right there, looking like an absolute Chad in a Jeep. He loves the Jeep. Must go faster in his Jeep. Loves the Jeep. And that's image number 1 right there. Then you've got an image of Dr. Henry Wu. who has been, for whatever reason, researching these locusts right there. And I'm not going to go into why he's researching the locust, what he's doing with the locusts, why he's genetically altering these locusts. But I said it earlier on. I'm not going to say it again because it will take up a lot of time. Man. And there's one of my favorite images from the magazine, which is the Giganotosaurus right there. Ellie and what's her face? Matt. I forget their bloody name now. It eludes me. But yeah, the three of them right there. And look at the size of the teeth. It is the size of her head. That is the size of her head. It's massive teeth right there. That is a huge tooth. So yeah, Kayla, that's it. Kayla, thanks guys, appreciate that. Kayla, you got me covered. Thanks guys, you got me covered right there. Yeah. Thanks guys, appreciate that. Yeah, that's another image. This here, the Dreadnoughtus, is it? Or is it the Apatosaurus? Looks like the Dreadnoughtus to me. It's got to be, isn't it? Lovely image of the Dreadnoughtus right there. Definitely the Dreadnoughtus, I think. Reference to the first movie, Car Upside Down. Yes, that's right, Izzy. It absolutely is, with Lex and Timmy in there. Looks like Nessie. It's in Scotland. Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom we've got here. So this is Indiana Jones' new movie coming out. It's Alan Grant. So it's Alan Grant, as you see there. And I don't know where he is. A bias. There's something in the background. So maybe he's in some type of facility there. And he's got his torch and he's like, ooh, what's going on? What's going on? Let's move to the next one. And this is another huge image, an absolutely huge image here with the Allosaurus and the Baryonyx with the metal arm. So this is the Baryonyx with the metal arm, which we'll see later. And obviously we can see that they're an underground illegal dinosaur fighting ring where they're betting, because you can quite clearly see they're drinking, they're betting on these dinosaurs. You can easily see here that they've got money involved. They're tied up, which is absolutely shocking, and being made to fight each other. Now, like I said earlier, I haven't got a problem with dinosaurs fighting each other. It is really flipping cool when you see T-Rex versus Spino and you see all that type of stuff. That's awesome. When they naturally come together in the real world, when you see them fighting each other for territory or they clash in the real world, I love that, and I think that's really, really flipping cool. But when you see them brought together like this, and they're tied up, and they're against their will, and they're being made to fight, and, you know, they're being mistreated, then that's not cool. And that's not what I want to see. And that's the theme of this movies. And this is another absolutely huge image here. Chaos reigns. Look at the detail on the Giga we've got right here. You can see the scarring on his mouth. You can see like scars all over his scales there. Look at all these scales, seeing all the scars. And you're seeing Rexy here. She's got all the original scars by the looks of things, but a few new ones as well. She got like a lot of blood on the front of her snout there, and a bit of blood there as well. So you can see that she's clearly been in battle or has been fighting already with something else, but she's got what looks like fresh blood. She is very, very injured, Rexy, and all her scars are there. Obviously, Owen and Pyroraptor, which we just talked about, you know, behind the scenes, the animatronic Pyroraptor, and Owen there looking very, very pleased with himself. And he's looking very, very buff right there. Same pair of jeans as me. I've got a pair of them jeans. Yeah, love it. Next one, and you've got, this isn't an image from the front cover of the Empire magazine. Now, there are two versions of covers you can get for the Empire magazine. One is with the old crew and one is with the new. Unfortunately, I haven't got them both on here, which is a shame, but I have got this image, which shows him coming out of a helicopter slash plane. The Nedry slash programmist for Biosyn in Jurassic World Dominion. He is going to be the next Dennis Nedry, although let's hope he isn't going to get himself blinded by the Dilophosaurus. When that one turns up, we will soon see. We will soon see. Oh, Dr. Ellie Sattler right there. Dr. Ellie Sattler right there. And the spine. Now, that is all the images from the Empire magazine there or thereabouts. I might have missed one, maybe two. But yes, we have got basically nearly all the images seen, all the images done. And I'm going to spend 10 minutes. Oh, actually, I'm actually over time, but it doesn't matter. I'll spend 10 minutes answering questions about the movie, anything you guys particularly want to see. Now, bearing in mind, guys, the chat does go very fast. So, if you got any questions you want to ask or anything you want to share, do it in the chat now, because I'll spend 10-15 minutes in the chat with you guys, and we will talk. Oh, Dragon, how you doing? Good to see you again, bud. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Nice to see you, Dragon. So, I'm going to look at the chat, and let's see what questions we have got. Oh my god, they're getting me hyped like groceries, says Izzy. Hyped like groceries? What's that mean? Hyped like groceries. That's a new one. I haven't heard that one before, but I like it. How do you want Camp Cretaceous to conclude? Oh, CJ. How do I want it to conclude? That they obviously take Manticorp down, which we know is going to happen, because the Empire magazine said Manticorp ceases to exist in 2016. So we know they're going to be taken down. I want them to be taken down. I want them to free the dinosaurs. And that's how I want it to end, with like little ties to then Dominion, which they'll pick up in Dominion. Nice to see you too, Shadows. Recently had a trip to Ireland to meet Emu, Gubby, etc. Had a ton of fun. Oh, wow, that's awesome, Dragon. That is really cool. Really cool. Yeah, when's the second trailer, says Luke. I would bet it's going to be this month. I've been chatting to it with a few people. Been chatting to it about it with Sellertay, but it is going to be this month. Yes, free the dinos, says Kitsune Heart Gem. Yes, free the dinos, free the dinosaurs. JG says Campers going home. Blue is the king. I mean, Blue has to fight something her size. Yeah, she always fights massive opponents, doesn't she, lover? Right, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Are you making a full script now because you have the pants like you did with Malcolm's? What? What? Are you making an Owen full script now because you have the pants? Oh, like I did. I see. Like I did. I read when I read the entire Jurassic Park movie dressed as Ian Malcolm. I may do one dressed as Owen in the future. Maybe, but that's a good one. I know this is a very, very random question, but what is your favourite subject? Says Liam. Gaming or dinosaurs, believe it or not, probably. Isn't this my favourite subject?
Don't ask me, it's your
gaming, aeroplanes, or dinosaurs. They're probably my favourite subjects. Jomama says Spino claps every dinosaur. One more thing you should react to. I just gave 3 fan-made Jurassic World songs that are good. Victorious Volcano and Life Finds a Way. I'll look into that later, Spencer. Shadows, it could be possible that the Rexes from Camp Cretaceous could be in Dominion. I think we're gonna see so many dinosaurs. You know, that interview with Laura Dern, it said that the Jurassic World Dominion is gonna have all the returning dinosaurs. Basically, nearly all the previous cast. So, yeah, it's going to be a huge roster of dinosaurs for Jurassic World Dominion. Should Cash get eaten? Ooh, I think he's going to get his comeuppance, isn't he? I think we're going to see Cash definitely get his comeuppance. I think you're going to see him suffer in some shape or form. Although it is technically a young adult show, I think we're going to see Cash get his just desserts, definitely. I might dress as Owen Grady for Halloween. Yeah, why not? Do you think the Bucks will win Super Bowl or Broncos? Bucks all the way. Bucks are definitely going to win Super Bowl this year. Brady is back, baby. Although he only retired for 2 weeks anyway. What the hell was that about? But yeah, I think Bucks stand a good chance. Don't put me off. You put me off. You get me sucked into football. Favorite dino in Dominion so far? Giga. Or the Dilo. The Dilo doesn't get enough love, I think. And the Dilophosaurus is awesome. And it's great to see him bringing it back to the big screen since 1993. So, yeah, I think it'll have to be the Dilo or the Giganotosaurus for me. Anyway, guys, I'm going to call the stream a close. Thank you very much for coming. Make sure you check out my Twitter. Make sure you check out the Discord, which is right here. We're close to 2,000 members now. Join the Shadows and Sellertay Discord. We're close to 2,000 members. Join my Twitter. Make sure you leave a like on the stream before you go. It's been an absolute pleasure to chat with you guys. It's nice to see you, Dragon, as well in the chat. Good to see you, bud. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, and thank you very much, everyone, for tuning in. I'd like to see you in the Discord where I can talk to you all a little bit more. Don't forget to join my Twitter. And yeah, thank you very much, guys. Hope you've enjoyed it. And anything you want to say, Sal, before we leave?
I have nothing to say. It's nice to see Dragon, but other than that, good to see everyone. Like the video. Check the merch shop because someone was like, they really want your shirts, so tell them to
check the merch shop. Check the merch shop for whoever's left. Although we have got to rehash the merch shop at some point. And thank you very much for tuning in, guys. I'll see you later on. Bye, love you, says Dalek. Bye-bye. Bye, CJ. Bye, Dark Spino. See you later. See you later, Jose. And see you later, Dragon. And see you later, everyone else. Cheers, guys. Bye-bye now.